Good morning, folks. Should probably get new glasses. I gotta put them on so I can look at the screen, make sure I got my red dot, say it's recording, and see the voice bar go back and forth. Doesn't matter. 6:27 a.m. Monday, March 27, 2017. Bada boom, bada bang. Huh. Cats in the yard. It's hard to keep all the animals spayed and neutered. They keep coming in from everywhere. I've always had food out for them. They eat before I can do, and you can tell by my excessive weight that they're eating fine. Can't do a whole lot about my weight thing. Can't exercise or anything. I've had degenerative joint disease all my life, and hell, I've had lung disease, 2 of them all my life, and still ran cross country and everything else. Played every kind of sport there was, pretty much. Never played lacrosse or cricket. There's an older cat outside that, excuse me, a male. He and I have an understanding. He's getting older too. He tries to defend the territory. He does a lot to help out the other cats that are here. And sometimes a younger, larger cat will be coming in here, younger male. And if I see it, I'll go ahead and make a little noise, and that way the visiting cat immediately becomes afraid and takes off, and that way the old cat can, the old male can push the other one away. Runs after it, and the cat leaves for a while. It's kind of, all creation is, the way it's set up is insane. It's insane. It's insanity. It's proof. It's the it's the simple way of being, the thought process of the original first beings. When the original first being that made itself male and split itself into male and female in company in the very beginning, it's an expression of their insanity, of their sickness. The first being was alone. Think about it. All of a sudden, you're created, and then there's nothing there anywhere. Just you. Loneliness is hell once you're sentient. But it had so many lower frequencies, and it was so lonely that it became abusive, and what it made to protect it eventually had to destroy it. It had no options. You tell someone to stop beating on someone and they keep doing it, and you're supposed to protect, well, you're going to stop the beating. especially once you've learned to care about everything. Some people, excuse me, some people give me more credit than I deserve. They think I'm this incredibly intelligent mastermind that puts words together in such a way that I get this effect or that effect. I'm just being me. What I am inside can't fully come out, same as you can't fully come out into your bodies because you're locked up inside. I've met others that were literally locked up inside a body under lock and key, like in a shell. I've had others call me a creations historian, so I picked that up and used it. I think on book 1 it's in there. I think there's something on the back. Yeah. He's often called creation's historian due to his ability to see into the beginning of time as well as the lives of others. This book, Creation is the Beginning and Your Origin, that's where you came from. That's where everything came from. You'll never find that well, eventually you'll find that information elsewhere, but looking around today, it's nowhere else. Then there's book 2. Book 3 will be started soon. As soon as I've fulfilled my promises of sending stuff out to people, then I'll be starting book. I've just barely started book 3. Book 2, Creation, its beginning. Creation. Its journey evolving in a paradise, and that's the source wars, the history of this planet, Lemuria, then Atlantis. They were together, alive at the same time, but thriving at the same time. The ages of life here. It's about old creation, though. Then the third book, Creation, Walking Through the Door. It's about you walking into your new creation. It's a new home. It's not quite finished. When they build a home, when someone constructs a new home, there's all these scraps of wood in there and sawdust and junk that needs to be cleaned out before the interior work can be done. That's where your new creation is right now. It's in that phase. Oh, before I forget, Jope, that video I put out where I was so PO'd, I didn't want you to spend all that money to come out and see me, but that was not about you. There was someone here in the States, not that far away, that I've told 4 times not to see me. Couldn't listen. Listening now. There's not 20 people on this planet that can actually see what's real. There's not 20. You take all your rich psychics that make over 1,000 an hour or whatever. Some of them say they're talking to your angels and everything. They don't even know what the hell they're looking at. I'm not trying to beat them up. I'm just telling you what's real and what's not, and they're not seeing what's real at all. Until things are changed through the field to help you actually see what's going on, you need to be very strong to see what's going on, and you need to be opened up. These bodies were made to keep you from ever fully seeing through them. They're made like a huge ball of tar that you're in. The last thing I do during a crank up is actually pull this stuff out of you. It's a change I make. And I couldn't do it until early 2016, and I went through incredible brain pain before I could access that. I just did it to myself. That part of me outside of my body, I did it to myself. Now that I'm aware of that, it's a statement already made in the field. When any of my family members go to crank you up, unless they're, I got a problem with them. I don't mean being mad at the moment. I mean, unless they've really got some issues, when they go to release you, they're going to pull that out of you. And all of my family members that are cranking you up now, that every time they go to you to crank you up, they'll be able to do that. They make the intention, and through the field, I'll make sure it happens. Always have, always will. I could be mad at someone for not coming to see me. For coming to see me when I told them no. That doesn't, and I'll give them hell. I think that's obvious. I guess I just did that publicly. I don't like to do that. The fact that I had to do that made me madder than anything else. I expect a lot out of these people. They were already incredibly strong. I made them even stronger so that they could do this. I am helping everyone, helping the DNA very slowly evolve. But when people get cranked up, it just happens quick, and no, I'm not trying to sell crank ups. I don't really want to do them anymore. I will, but I don't want to do them. That's why they've gotten so expensive. And it won't be much longer for it goes up to $1,200 for a crank up for one person or two, and then it'll go up higher if for two. But I don't want to do them at all. This body's tired. Just getting Deanna's stuff from Florida in here, man, there's still boxes and boxes full of stones and stuff, and the bodies on this planet that have source inside it from Lily and Arae are very strong. The DNA, all of them, it's changed. It's not normal. That's part of these bodies. When the male and female goodies are put together, the egg and the sperm are put together to form an embryo. They're different bodies. The stronger the body, especially metaphysically, the more power that spirit can put through it. And when the bodies are being made different so they can move power through them, that's when you're going to see people who are actually telekinetic. The real thing, not these jokers and idiots and lying assholes on the videos. Levitate, ooh, yeah, frack you. Excuse me. There's already some very powerful source children out there. I've talked about some of them. There's 14 new ones coming. When an embryo, when a lot of the technology is everywhere. In our family from other planets, ETs, extraterrestrials, meaning from another planet. Just family. It's just, you've had lives in those bodies. They understand the science behind taking of what we would call cloning and everything. Oh, look what we can do. We're so smart and so special. Bull crap, man. You know, we're cavemen compared to what's, you know, the other folks that are out there. We fly around in oil-fueled vehicles that have to rub on the ground. Oh yeah, we're advanced. But we have new driving technology, and wow, you know, we're not advanced. We keep advancing over where we were, but we're, you know. Anyway. With the technology that they have, our friends have in space, taking the sperm and egg, put them together, creating the embryo. Very shortly after starting that, it's important for those embryos to be inside the mother and to feel the mother's love, to actually have that physical DNA attachment. And if they can feel the mother's love and the father's love, and feel their energy, which hopefully contains the love too, that's a very important part of their development. And that's going on right now at a very rapid pace, a little too rapid. Shiny. The Serpoian, Eben, Gray, you know, she's really neat. She's an incredibly intelligent Serpoian, you know, from planet Serpo. So, she's incredible. Doctor, surgeon, she understands the anatomy, physiologies of so many beings, but especially ours. She's also, her spirit inside is also Source family. She's incredibly empathic. We have a sapient family member too. They're like mantids, you know, if there's, I wish I had the correct word for them. There's a group of beings that are known as mantids. When people say mantid, that's what they're thinking of. And they look a lot more like an aggressive praying mantis. These things have no feelings. Because the antids, they look like a little bit like the basic body has a lot to do. Looks like a praying mantis, but it's only to a certain extent, and it's only certain parts of the body. You know, they don't have those weird claws and everything. It's different. They can give you their name when they want. Not here for that. I'm not here for the big show, but I'm here to tell you what's going on, who you are, what's happening around you. It's time for you to understand who you are. But anyway, these embryos, that puts an immediate, strong drain on the mother that when they're in there. And they need to be there for 3 to 4 days, maybe a week and a half. And it's hard on the mother. I've told you before that Deanna will be leaving this planet. The exact date? Yeah, don't know yet. Too much stuff that has to be done. What day will the house be finished being built? I don't know. What happens if there's a problem getting in a couple pieces of lumber? That'll throw everything off. There's no such thing as perfect. There's no such thing as God or anything. What's out there is better. It's you. In and mostly out of body, but even when you're in a body, it's still you. That I do my job matters. Me, I don't matter, man. It's just, I would have loved to have done all this stuff without having to get in the middle of it, but how the hell can I do that? How the hell do I prove to not just you, but the whole world that metaphysical abilities are real without them saying my name? You can't. I've done everything I know how to help you understand yourself. Where'd you come from? It's in the books. There's a couple little misprints kind of things in the first 2 books that are going to be taken out. Something I didn't talk about. When the 4th, it'll be in the 3rd book, when the 4th wave of souls was being released, Lilith and Arae released smaller parts of themselves. They're the arrogant idiots that I've been dealing with for a long time, and other family members. Bishu, Paul, Siobhan, of course Deanna. Everybody. So, anyway, the Fae always called me father. They did that right away. The reason why, Lily and I have made the Fae bodies from the very beginning. So when they're in the body, they have that connection. The second body Lily and I ever made was Drak bodies, the dragon, strongest possible body I could have made, and I made it with energy. I went inside myself, took out the strongest part of myself as energy, and literally made it physical. That's the Drak race. It had to be done to protect us while we were in a body from the original first being, male and female. We had no idea when we made the first body they were just going to attack and abuse us. That's why I said they were sick. So So she and I did make the Drak race. That's why they call me father. I'm no one's, well, I mean, as far as spirit goes, I'm no one's father. I have my, children here, but as far as spirit goes, I'm the oldest brother anyone has. And I'm tired. Tired of being here. It's a labor just to breathe. I'll start slowing my breath out of my body, trying to regulate my breath better. My energy level's crazy stupid. Anyway, I was going somewhere, but the hell with it. This thing with the Drak and Deanna, she'll be on a ship. This morning I was coming on my way downstairs, and I saw this. It's like a cat. It looked like a cat, like a big furry cat, but it wasn't. It was different. Stronger, more aggressive. And it was like this. Okay? I saw it metaphysically. It wasn't something to physically reach down and touch. And this is very much an alive animal. And I saw it in the future, going into where Deanna's going to be, her bedroom that's on this Drak ship. Deanna has an important job, and she will be called Mother. She's from Lily and Arae, but she's Tiger Lily inside. She has my fortitude and power level, extreme power level, but she doesn't have any of my spirit in me. In her. Just the energy. It's crazy. Anyway, I saw walking in there. She's going to have animals on the ship from different planets. She has a higher percentage of animal essence in her than the other essence fields. That's why she calls herself the animal. And the Drak, personally, will call her Mother for good reason. I'll state this and you take it from here. 14 incredibly powerful children are being born. That are going to do, excuse me, going to do things that have never been seen before. Never. Nowhere. Throughout creation's history. Not the bullshit in your Bibles. What is stuff so full of crap? Anyway. Deanna and I are doing everything we can to get everything taken care of. And we are. It's happening. It's just with the spheres, we got so many made now, and they're finally going to come pick up the pod today to get that out of the way, and we got Deanna's car up here. Now it's time to hurry up and get these out, and I got to get to the chiropractor. I'm all beat up. My back's screwed up, always has been. But we're getting everything finished, packaged up today. We're going to have to go down to a couple different post offices to get everything out. I need to work something out with somebody to come by and pick the stuff up. I don't know. We'll figure that out. Amazon.com, we're not. We had bought new boxes for these spheres to make them nice when we sent them over, nicer, but also smaller. They're expensive. They need to be taken care of properly, shipped properly, but as inexpensively as possible. When they go out of the U.S., they'll always be in these new strong boxes, but then within another box. Trying to protect your investment. These spheres are important. When I put that energy in there, nothing will ever take it out. It won't come out. Nothing can take it out. Other than, myself. That's not going to happen. They're for you, your children, their children, their children. It will always be there. After you've had them a while, you get so much stronger, you can't feel the energy the same way. I've had people get a hold of me, Jay, you need to recharge my stones. I look at them, I said, I need to help them understand their own power level. But I just tell them, just have someone else that feels stone or can feel stone, or even if they can't, just tell them to just put their hands close to around that thing about an inch away and hold on to it for a while and look at their eyes. And then you tell me that it needs more energy. And then you can only put so much in there, and I put the max in there all the time. Now these max power spheres, they have a lot of star essenite in there, and usually dragon egg star essenite. Yeah, they're always going to have some in there, period, actually. If somebody was really sick and hurt and passing, I would make one of those for them. I'd make a personal sphere and make it very strong, but it's a lot of energy. There's always an idiot out there that'll say, well, if it's that much energy, plug it in. Let's see it light up a light bulb. I bet it can't even light up a light bulb, let alone drive my car. Ask these people if they have a soul. Oh, hell yeah. You say, well, can you pull it off? Can you do that so I can poke it? I don't physically see it. I mean, so it's not real, right? If you can't physically see it, it's not real. That's what they say. Well, where's their soul? Where's their spirit? Where's the intelligence that helps them talk all the time? What the frack? Every time you look in a mirror, they are confronted with their ignorance, and they're too blind to see anything, or they're so arrogant, selfish. All they care about is the next things they're going to own, take possession of. They're so busy trying to take everything from everyone else, they don't understand they don't even own the body they're in. It's incredible. I expect there'll be a time in the future, maybe not, but I expect there'll be a time in the future where I'll be able to take a break and get out of here. before going home, before dropping this body. Or before the body drops and I come out, whatever. And the store shut down again. Deanna is going to be taking care of all this stuff, and she doesn't need to be bothered. She's going to have a lot on her mind. She'll say, screw this. That'll wait. And Dan and I are close. I'm close with all my family members. Siobhan's Lily energy, she's strong as hell. She's got a lot of heart, so we're closer. Dan and I just, she's Tiger Lily inside, and she's right here at the house. We're working hard all day long, and she gets worked on real hard. Her DNA's been changed so hard, so is mine lately, that you actually start getting sick. The sore throat and everything really kicks in hard. She's getting hit real hard. It has to do with, kids, children. There's a lot of Source family members that'll be having, helping bring these new children into being, and I'm not the father of all these things by any means whatsoever, of all these bodies. I am not. But there's some kids coming up that are going to be powerful as hell. And they're mostly going to be out in space. By the time they come out and they're running around, people already have a real good idea that they'll already understand that nothing is to be about any one person again. Otherwise, one of these children will be telekinetically throwing stuff around and somebody wants to turn them into a god or something. The perfect, all-loving, all-knowing, all-forgiving God that made hell to abuse you forever, gives you disease, famine, even childbirth is hell. Just like, what? Oh yeah, I believe in that. I believe in the Word. It's in the book. I help you understand yourself so you can see things for yourself. And there's so much that has to be done. Building a new creation. The basic foundation for it, seconds. Just a few seconds. Fixing one that's screwed up, not that easy. Easily done, yeah, but not like seconds. All these little pieces of Lilith and Aramelius running around. And you can't confuse that with the quote-unquote Lilith of the Torah, the Bible, and all that other crap. All those other bullshit books. That was Lily. That was Red Tiger Lily. My better half. That spirit energy. It's broken up into different pieces now. Parts of it. Then there's the main body of it. But it's all parts of her. The mother of demons. The great seductress. She literally led the half and half animal, half human beings, and Atlantis and everywhere else down into literally into like going down a hill, grassy plain. There was literally another dimension. I put the wall up, the barrier. We turn around and walk through it. And there's actually another dimension right here in this planet where centaurs, minotaurs are out running around. They have their own families and stuff. So that's why they call her seductress. Her eyes, so much beautiful love coming from those eyes. They just, excuse me, they all followed her down. Araes have a bit of that too, but it's not as strong as the lilies can be. Things are going to change so fast, so soon. And you're all here at the right time to see it, but it's, the more awake you are, the more you're going to understand what's happening. It takes a while to wake up. Everyone's DNA and everything is already changing, just slow. Again, that's the thing about the crank-ups. You know, it makes it happen a hell of a lot faster. It just puts everything in a maximum overdrive. And that, you know, I'm not selling crank-ups for myself. I'm telling you what's going on. I'm not selling for anyone else, for that matter. Got to be. I say things with a thought process, trying to put it across, but sometimes I don't think about the full meaning of what I'm saying. It's just, I'm tired. I need to be gone. I have stuff I have to do that's more important now. Now that I've done the other stuff I needed to. Can't do it here. Anyway. The other family members, they're crank-ups. They're cheap. They're inexpensive. A deal like that you won't find again. And I guarantee you, after I'm gone, their prices are going to go up. They're going to get even stronger. This is about everyone. Hurry up. The very nice, polite, come on, we gotta get going. A bird outside. Anyway. Hell, I just want everyone to be awake. Some people expect so much of me, it's just so silly. Pisses Deanna off. And a few other folks too. Siobhan gets tired of it. I could mention more names, folks. It's just, you know, I can't mention every name all the time when I'm talking. Anyway. I do have some other videos that are important. I'll put them out, not this coming week, probably next week. I don't know. As soon as I get things caught up. And there's a lot going on here. I'm doing a lot of stuff you all won't know about if you do for 100 years. And it's good. It's the way it should be. Bada boom, bada bing. This is going to work. This is going to happen. Nothing can stop it. But while that's going on, it's important for you to understand as much as you can, as soon as you can. Why? Do you not think it's important to be who you really are? Do you think it's not important for you to have abilities that you couldn't even dream of? You already have the abilities. You just need to be opened up. Do you not think it's important to be yourself? Isn't it time to quit being what you're thinking other people think you should be? How can you ever find happiness until you are yourself? How can you actually even know who the hell you are and understand how you feel about everything? How can you see what's really happening? How can you not want to be yourself if you care? You can't. It's a natural process. Well, folks, I hope you have a kick-ass day. I wish I had some great enlightening magic words of wisdom for you. I don't. But I can help you find not just yourself, how you really feel about things, understand what you can do for yourself that you've never known, that you never knew you could. And as time goes on, you're going to find out those books are more and more important to you than you thought. Those books explain why things are the way they are, just like I try to when I talk. When you can see why your life is the way it is, everything starts making more sense. I don't want that. I want this illusion. I can't live knowing that. Actually, you can't really live without knowing that. When you understand why something happens, it's much easier to deal with. Some people used to complain to me about it when I first started cranking people up. Said, I wish I didn't know. And I said, really? Would you really want to go back? And they think about it and they go, no. And I said, it's depressing, isn't it? And they say, well, yeah. And I said, it can make you mad and annoyed. Yeah. And I said, well, it's okay. Once you see the problem, and then you can also see where it's changing, that gives you hope that will not be knocked off its feet. That helps you again understand something else. Things are turning around and becoming what they're supposed to be. Why did all this happen to you? Well, and that's just this life, not all the others, hundreds of millions, billions, trillions. It's because of what happened to the original first being, how it was made. I have a lot of feelings. My heart works well. My physical heart doesn't work too good. I got to go to a cardiovascular surgeon again today. Your heart's tired. You have neurological damage too. And it's like, oh, wow, really? Okay. We're going to get you in for surgery. No, you're not. Hell, I want to go home. It's just not time yet. Not quite. Anyway, screw me. Folks, y'all have a good one. And I would say think hard about what I said about you becoming yourself. But honestly, those of you that care, that's why you're here. And you're already doing that. And those of you that care enough to listen and extend yourself into what I tell you to find out how you really feel about stuff yourself. I don't mean little children screaming. I mean the people who have opened up their hearts and minds to try to understand more. You know. You can feel there's more to you than what you think, than what you're aware of at the moment. You've always felt that inside, and now it's growing. It's wake-up time. Nothing to freak out about, but it's a big thing. Folks, love you, man. Have a good one.